Hey, everybody. How's it going? Good? Happy to be almost done, or happy sad it's over? One of the two. Anyway, yeah, I'm here today to talk to you about keeping the progressive in progressive web apps. My name is Patrick Kettner. Unlike what it says on my badge, apparently they thought the Chrome team needed another Paul around. But my badge is right. I do work at Microsoft, despite what my T-shirt shows there. I'm just a conundrum of confusion. It's just a photo I take every year. For my birthday, I get these pictures of cakes every year. My incredible partner, Katrina, hi, if you're watching, is usually here with me. But now, over the last year or so, she's actually, been spending a lot more time at home because we just had our first child. Holden was born. Thank you very much. He's worth the applause. I know I'm pandering a little bit, but he's a really, really cool baby. It's funny when you first have a kid, like your first kid, all your coworkers, all your friends, all your family give you kind of the same collection of advice. They all say enjoy your life while you still have one, or have fun eating while you can still have time to do it, or have fun sleeping while you still are able to. And it's funny because with Holden, none of that really applied. He's been a super easy baby. He's really cute all the time, and he's just happy all the literally happy all the time. He got sick. He's fine now, but he got sick and had to go to the hospital, and he was adorable in the hospital. This is him with a fever and is sick and everything. It's great. He's a crazy happy baby. He's cute all the time, with one single exception, and that's when we go on drives. He hates getting into the car seat. Not so much the drive itself, but being strapped in. He just, I don't know, he doesn't like being not able to move or something, and he just freaks out. And that's fine when you first bring him home. We literally live a block away from the hospital he was born in, and so we walked home. We didn't have to drive. It took us a while to discover that he hated this. And it's fine. And then after a while, I love to travel, and Katrina puts up with me liking to travel. And eventually, we grew kind of sick of sitting at home, getting a little cabin fever, and so we thought we would pack up and go visit Whistler, which is up outside of Vancouver, Washington. I work at Microsoft, so I live up by Seattle, and knowing that he hated being in the car seat, knowing he'd have to go into the car seat, and being a nerd, I do something that I think most of us would do, and I go and try and find out something online as far as how to make it better. And so I look up, how can I calm a baby? Look at all these different ways that people suggest doing it. It's my first kid, forgive me. And I found this really neat video. The frame rate is going crazy. It's usually slower than this, but it's basically this interesting thing. All it is a video of dancing kind of dots, and it snaps him out of it like that every single time. And I'm not quite sure what the science behind it is, but effectively just the combination of the contrast and the motion, it just instantly, he forgets why he's crying, and he's just like, oh crap, there's all kinds of stuff. And he just keeps going. And it literally works within seconds every single time. And so I'm like, oh sweet, great, got it. Put him in the car, freaks out, show him the video on my phone. 2 seconds later, he's fine, passed out. And we go, get in the car, head up to Vancouver. It's a beautiful drive. If you've never been, Pacific Northwest is where it's at. We have a wonderful day in the Whistler area. It's a great place to visit. We go and see the old Olympic Stadium. That's him still sleeping after getting there. Those dots really work. And, we're there for a few hours. It's been a long day. We get ready to go onto our car. And I strap him in, and he starts, he wakes up as soon as I put him in, obviously, and he gets really upset as soon as I do it. And so I'm like, I got you this time. Pull out my phone. Because on my phone carrier, I have free international roaming. I hit play, and I get this, and I get this, and a baby's crying, and my partner Katrina is starting to get upset because it's been a good 2 minutes now where I'm just staring at the phone. I'm like, it's coming, it's fine, just don't worry. And I wait, and it's been 5 minutes, literally 5 minutes staring at this screen with the baby screaming, getting more and more upset. And Katrina getting more and more upset, and me getting more and more frustrated, because I don't know about you guys, but as a person who works with technology, especially web-related stuff, when the web fails me, I take it super personally. I'm like, I could have done this better. Something you did was stupid. And the whole time, eventually we're just like, whatever. I'm just gonna pack up. We're gonna go, and he'll, cry, and he'll be fine. And so we just hit the road. I'm just getting more and more frustrated. I'm like, just 2G just completely ruined my day. That we had a nice time, but my phone is just so frustrating. And then, I started to get. Eventually, he cried himself to sleep, and I was driving, and I'm like, it wasn't the 2G that ruined my day, because that could happen to anywhere. There's YouTube can't send everything in 1 bit or whatever. It was really the fact that it was 45 megabytes ruined my day. That's the size of this video, and I was super lazy. I went out, I found a solution, and it worked really well on my machine, on my incredibly fast home internet, and it functioned, and I was happy with that. without thinking about the fact that it's shit for a ton of people out there. It really, really sucks when you're in Canada on 2G and you have no way to load this. Sure, I could have like pre-downloaded, I could have done a lot of things to make it better as an end user, but I couldn't have expected that to happen. And so eventually we get back over the border. Eventually he is able to be calmed down again. We get back home, and I sit down, still frustrated with having been disappointed in myself for being a lazy engineer. And so I do what I feel like a lot of people do, is I sit down, I open my text editor and try to make a better solution, because we're JavaScript developers, so we re-implement stuff. And so I open up my text editor, and I open up Vim, and I'm ready to go, and then I realize that I'm terrible at anything visual. I'm like the maintainer for Modernizer. I can JavaScript around tons of people all the time, but anything visual related, I am just horrible at. So I'm like, it's fine, it's just a bunch of dots dancing, and then I have no idea how to make that happen. I can put a dot on the screen, I can do a basic canvas or something like that, but I don't know how to move stuff. And so I sit and I wait, I have no idea what to do. And so Wise Man once said, when you don't have a better idea, you can buy a novelty domain. That's exactly what I did. And I went out and I bought Hush Little Baby. And in that time that it took me to come up with this hilarious domain name,